Before we get into our Guess the Number game project, we need to talk about the random module. And this is a module in Python that generates random values. It has various other functions, which we won't get into at this juncture in the course. But it's very useful for generating random values and will help us with our project. So what it is, it's a built-in module. We haven't talked too much about these yet. So we need to import this module into our Python program. It's built into Python. So when we download Python, it comes with this random module. Think of it like extra code that Python can use, but it's not generated into our program by default. So it's not loaded into that memory. We need to specifically import random right here, import random at the top of our file in order for our Python code, our script, to include all that code that comes with the random module. It just helps Python be a bit more lean, and we only need to import what we're actually using. We're not going to import everything that Python has to offer. So random will give us those random values, and don't forget dir and help. Let me show you an example of that, but first I've got a screenshot here. So we need to import, this is a keyword in Python, at the top of our script, import, and then random is the name of the module. Python knows what this random module is. It knows where to find it. It's in its code, and it just brings that into our program at runtime so we can use the methods contained within random. So here's an example. We have secret number equals random. That's our module. And we've got a dot here to specify a certain method from the random module that we're going to run, that we're going to call, which is randint. You can probably guess what that's for, generating a random integer. We put two parameters into this method, 1 and 100 in this case, and it specifies the range that will be returned from our random value. So let's take a look at dir and help real quick, and we'll come back to our slides. So I've got PyCharm up here, and wanted to show you, I don't believe we've discussed this yet, all these panes here on the left. We've looked through them a little bit. We have talked about the terminal, haven't we? So I'm in the terminal right now. So I'm just going to show you some real-time things with random. So what we're going to do in the terminal, Python, and this is just like the terminal on your computer, on your PC, or command prompt on your PC, or a terminal on your Mac. So what we're going to do is import random, and let's do dir random. So I want to just show you some of the methods here. Some that we'll look at include choice, shuffle. Let's see, there are a few here. Randint, generate a random integer, and randager, generate a random float. So if we do help on random dot, let's say randint, we see return random integer in range a, b, where a is the first parameter, b is the second parameter. Remember, those are separated by a comma, each parameter, including both endpoints. So it can return a, and it can return b. If a were 1, it could return 1. If b were 2, it could return 2.